Hey, let's talk about ninth chords. When I started playing guitar in the mid 70s, I think it was the disco craze. So we heard a lot of. And that was just a thing we played. We would practice that. Let's do a disco jam, going ha ha ha, disco's stupid. But we were learning to be funky at least. And in the long run, disco wasn't the worst thing, but at the time it seemed pretty weird. So a ninth chord, it's like a dominant seventh or a seventh chord. So I'm looking at an E9 here. An E7 chord is like or down here, those E7s. Yeah, it's in that family of dominant seven, or just E7, but we add one note, it's called the ninth. If you play an E major scale, you'll find it. You just got to go one beyond. There it is, the ninth. And I certainly didn't know what a ninth was when I was 14 or 15, but I knew how to make the chord and the sound. Now, I've been able to put it all together. So the shape of it's going to be like a 7, 6, 7, 7, 7. And to me, that's just like really easy. You just slop your hand there and you're good. But to my students, they're like, ah, oh my gosh, because they're all tense. And they, I understand if you've never done it before. But really, it's just kind of like throw your fingers on your guitar and you pretty much got it. So it's middle, index, and ring. Ring lays flat on 3 skinny strings at the 7th fret. In fact, that could be your ninth chord. You could just go. Sometimes that's all they used on the record, but if you want more, you could add your index finger, and you got a major third there. That's like G sharp, D, F sharp, and B. So there's no root in the chord, but it still sounds pretty good. Then if you add your middle finger on the 5th string, 7th fret, that's the root. Root. How do you say root? Root. Root. I don't know. I really don't know how to say it. Root. So the thing about ninth chords is they kind of slide around. They sort of, I always visualize them as being kind of greasy because they slip and slide. Funky. All right, man. So I hope that's not too hard for you to do. I mean, maybe start with that little, remember that triangle shape we did? It's the same thing. Just let your ring finger slam down flat, and you got it. And it moves. Okay, that's one way to hit a ninth chord. Let's jump over to a little different way to play it. How about like a G9? Here's one way you could do it. Pretty sure that's a G9. Here's a root. Root. That's got like the dominant 7th, the 9th. Wait, that's a 4th. We don't want that. I better think about this. Let's do that. I think I was thinking. Yeah, I guess I was pretty close. We'll get back to that. Let's do it like this. This is like B, F, A, D. So that's individual fingers. That's a 2, 3, 2, 3. And that's yeah, there's no, I hate to say root. There's no root in there. Somebody was making fun of the way I say root. That's a movable shape. That's pretty cool, man. That one, you know, you don't have to maybe contort your hands so much, just, you know, fingertips. There's the C, the D, and the G. Cool. All right. Let's try that one. I see what I did wrong on the other. I played a C. We don't want that. So, based on this, we could modify it. That's hip. So that would be like a 3, 2, 0, 3. F, A, B, G. So now we do have a root. If you take that up an octave, wow, that's a good sound. Compare it to, and that's 15, 14, 12, 15, F, A, B, G. So if you're playing like a little, oops, I kind of missed. What am I looking for? I already lost my shape. Holy smokes. It's easy, right? That could make almost a line. I dig that, man. So we got this, this, that. How about, like we did, we started with this. That's the one I started with. That would be 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. I used to make up little phrases around that, like, kind of just rolling into it from the 12th fret. I'm sure there's one down around here. How about this? That's pretty much like a G, B, F, and a A. A is the 9th. We're just missing our 3rd, I believe. We could put one in the bass. That one doesn't sound as good. Sounds kind of strange. What we got here? So yeah, if you want, I could write out some of those. If you want them, let me know. I think I can remember that. But yeah, I better get off to the school. I'll see you guys later.